Dear student, today we will take lecture number 20 for PH 550. Right? So, you remember in the last lecture 19 of PH 550, we have discussed the vibrational Raman spectra. And in case of vibrational Raman spectra, we are getting three lines. In case of vibrational Raman spectra, we are getting three lines. One is the Rayleigh line. Rayleigh line at wave number nu. We discussed vibrational Raman spectra in the 19th lecture, in which we have seen that the vibrational Raman spectra comprises a Rayleigh line of the same frequency of same wave number as that of the incident radiation. Then Stokes Raman line is obtained at wave number nu minus omega, and anti-Stokes Raman line is obtained at wave number nu plus omega. Okay, so we have discussed this vibrational Raman spectra, which comprises a Rayleigh line at wave number nu, Stokes vibrational Raman line at wave number nu minus omega, and anti-Stokes vibrational Raman line at wave number nu plus omega. So vibrational Raman shift delta nu is equal to omega. So vibrational Raman shift delta nu is omega, because nu plus omega minus nu is omega, and here the difference of nu and nu minus omega is also omega. So the Stokes vibrational Raman line and anti-Stokes vibrational Raman lines are symmetrically situated, okay, at distance omega from the Rayleigh line, and the wave number shift is omega. You know what is this omega? This omega is the wave number of main absorption band, which is called fundamental band, in infrared spectrum. Okay? So this omega is called, it is the wave number of the main absorption band, fundamental band. Okay? In the near infrared spectrum, omega is the wave number of main absorption band or fundamental band in the infrared spectrum, and then this fundamental band is accompanied by weak bands, which is known as overtones. Okay. Now today we will study, in this lecture we will study the another kind of Raman spectra, because as I told you that there are two kinds of Raman spectra, vibrational Raman spectra and rotational Raman spectra. So today we will study the second type of Raman spectra, that is called rotational Raman spectra. Pure rotational Raman spectra. Today we are going to discuss the vibrational Raman spectra in the previous lecture. In this lecture we will discuss the pure rotational Raman spectra. Okay, now if you see the Rayleigh line, this Rayleigh line is accompanied by a number of lines on both sides of the, yes. So Rayleigh line is accompanied by a number of rotational lines on both sides of the Rayleigh line. So the number of rotational lines are visible on both sides of the Rayleigh line. That is due to the rotational Raman spectra. Okay. So the rotational Raman spectra arises due to the transition of the molecule. Suppose I show different rotational level, J is equal to 0, J is equal to 1, J is equal to 2. So these are the rotational levels. lowest rotational level, for the lowest rotational level, the rotational quantum number J is 0. Then upper rotational level J is equal, then the rotational level J is equal to 2. So this I have shown the different rotational vibrational level. When molecule makes a transition, when molecule makes a transition from one rotational level to the other rotational level, then we get pure rotational Raman spectra. So when molecule makes a transition, when molecule makes a transition from one rotational level to other rotational level, then it will give the pure rotational Raman spectra. Okay. So first of all, we write down some important points. Pure rotational Raman lines I have shown rotational Raman lines. I have shown rotational Raman lines on the right hand side and left hand side of the rail line, right? So I have shown rotational Raman lines on both sides of the rail line. Okay, so pure rotational Raman lines appearing on both sides of rail line. The rotational lines appearing on both sides, means right hand side of the rail line and left hand side of the rail line. The pure rotational Raman lines appearing on both sides of the rail line. Okay, arise from transitions. Of the molecule so rotational lines appearing on both sides of the rail line. Pure rotational Raman lines appearing on right hand side of the rail line and left hand side of the rail line arises due to the transition of the molecule from one rotational level to the other rotation. The same vibration. Both the rotational levels, these rotational levels are belonging to the same vibrational level. So the same vibrational state. So I mentioned here, now we will see that how these rotational Raman lines are obtained on both sides of the rail line due to the transition of the molecule from one rotational level to the other rotational level. So pure rotational Raman lines appearing on right hand side of the rail line and left hand side of the rail line, both sides of the rail line. On both sides of the rail line, the pure rotational Raman lines appearing on both sides of the rail line is obtained due to the transition of the molecule from one rotational level to the other rotational level belonging to the same vibrational state. And that is why I have mentioned here that pure rotational Raman lines appearing on the right hand side of the rail line and left hand side of the rail line, on both sides of the rail line, is the obtained arising due to the transition of the molecule from one rotational level to the other rotational level belonging to the same vibrational state. So when molecule makes a transition from one rotational level to the other rotational level, these types of rotational lines on both sides of the rail line is produced. Okay, so pure rotational Raman lines appearing on both sides of the rail line arises due to the transition of the molecule from one rotational level to the other rotational level. Now we will write down the selection rule for this, as we have seen in the case of vibrational transition, we have derived the selection rule from by taking the matrix element which is not equal to 0. Okay, so here also the selection rule is obtained by from the non-zero matrix element, right? So matrix elements are non-zero in case of rotational transitions. In case of rotational transitions, in case of rotational transitions, matrix element of dipole moment, you can say it is matrix element of induced dipole moment, is non-zero only when J dash is equal to J double dash, or J dash is equal to J double dash plus or minus 2, right? So this becomes the selection rule for the rotational transitions. Okay, the values of quantum number J for which the matrix element of the dipole moment is non-zero, that will become the selection rule for the rotational transitions. So in case of rotational transitions, the matrix element of the dipole moment is non-zero when J dash is equal to J double dash and J dash is equal to J double dash plus or minus 2. For these values of J, rotational quantum number, J dash is equal to J double dash, or for the value of J dash is equal to J double dash plus or minus 2, the matrix element of the dipole moment is non-zero, and therefore this becomes the selection rule for rotational transitions. Okay. Now, so these are the values of J dash. These are the values of J dash for which the matrix element is non-zero. For J dash is equal to J double dash, matrix element of the dipole moment is non-zero. So this is a selection rule for the rotational transitions. And for J dash is equal to J double dash plus or minus 2, the matrix element of the dipole moment is non-zero. So this is the another selection rule for the rotational transitions. Okay. If you remember, in case of vibrational transitions, the matrix element was not equal to 0 for mu dash is equal to mu double dash plus or minus 1. Therefore, for this value of mu dash, in case of vibrational transitions, we have calculated the matrix element of dipole moment. Okay. We have written, I have given each and every step. You can verify that we have calculated the matrix element of dipole moment in case of vibrational Raman spectra. In case of vibrational Raman spectra, the matrix element of dipole moment is not equal to 0 when the value of mu dash is mu double dash plus or minus 1. So when mu dash is equal to mu double dash plus or minus 1, the matrix element of the dipole moment, scatter dipole moment, is not equal to 0 in case of vibrational Raman spectra. Therefore, mu dash minus mu double dash is plus or minus 1. So delta plus or minus 1 will become the selection rule for vibrational transitions. Similarly, for rotational transitions, matrix element is not equal to 0 when J dash is equal to J double dash and J dash is equal to J double dash plus or minus 2. The matrix element of dipole moment is not equal to 0. So this will be the selection rule for rotational transitions. So for vibrational transition, matrix element was not equal to 0 when mu dash is equal to mu double dash plus or minus 1. So mu dash minus mu plus or minus 1, or delta is plus or minus 1. Okay. So this is the selection rule for vibrational transitions. And in case of rotational transition, the matrix element is non-zero when J dash is equal to J double dash or J dash is equal to J double dash plus or minus 2. So this becomes the selection rule for rotational transitions. So the values of quantum number J for which the values of quantum number J dash, the values of rotational quantum number J dash for which matrix element is not equal to 0, that will become the selection rule for rotational transitions. Now when J dash is equal to J double dash, then delta J is equal to 0. Delta J is equal to 0. And when J dash is equal to J double dash plus 2, So z dash minus z double dash is plus or minus 2. Therefore, delta J is plus or minus 2. Okay. So there are two selections rule for rotational transitions. One is z dash is equal to z double dash, means delta J is 0. And the second selection rule, z dash is equal to z double dash plus or minus 2. So z dash minus z double dash is plus or minus 2. So the difference of quantum number is plus or minus 2. So this is the another selection rule for rotational transitions. For these values of z dash is equal to z double dash and z double dash plus or minus 2, the matrix element of dipole moment is non-zero. Therefore, these transitions are possible. Okay. So I write here this leads. Therefore, this leads to the selection rule. This leads to the selection rule. This leads to the selection rule. Okay. When z dash is equal to z double dash, selection rule will be this: z dash minus z double dash is equal to 0. What is z dash minus z double dash? It is the difference of rotational quantum number delta J is equal to 0. So this leads to the selection rule delta Z is equal to 0. And when the z dash is equal to z double dash plus or minus 2, the difference of quantum number z dash minus z double dash will be plus or minus 2. Therefore, delta J is equal to plus or minus 2. This delta J, so these selection rules are different than the selection rule of the far infrared spectrum. In case of far infrared spectrum, which we have studied in the rotational spectra, what was the selection rule? In case of rotational spectra, pure rotational spectra, the selection rule was delta J plus or minus 1. In case of pure rotational spectra, the selection rule was delta J is equal to plus or minus 1. But in case of pure rotational Raman spectra, the selection rule is different. Delta J is 0 or delta J plus or minus 2. So that we also mention here. That we mention here. Delta J is equal to 0 and delta J is equal to plus minus. This selection rule is different. This selection rule is different. This selection rule is different from the rule for the far infrared spectrum. This is a rotational spectrum. So you should understand, when I write far infrared spectrum, it is a pure rotational spectrum. When I write near infrared spectrum, it is a vibrational spectrum. Far infrared spectrum is rotational spectrum. Near infrared spectrum, that is a vibrational spectrum. So delta Z 0 and delta T plus minus 1 is the selection rule for pure rotational Raman lines, and this selection rule is different from the selection rule of pure rotational spectrum or far infrared spectrum. Okay. Now, this delta J is equal to 0. I will show you this transition. I will show you the transitions corresponding to delta J 0. I will also show you the transition corresponding to delta J plus 2. Say, when molecule goes from 0 level to plus 2 level, what is the difference of quantum number delta J? Plus 2 minus 0, that is plus 2. And when molecule makes a transition, from plus 2 to 0, the value of delta J is minus, right? So, I have shown three rotational levels. J is equal to 0, J is equal to 1, J is equal to 2. So when molecule makes a transition, rotational transition from J rotational level J is 0 to J is equal to 2. What is the difference of quantum number J? 2 minus 0, that is plus 2. And when molecule makes a transition from rotational level plus J equal to 2 to J equal to 0, difference of quantum number will be minus 2. Okay. So delta J is equal to 0. I will give you a slight hint. Number 1. Delta J to 0 corresponds to Rayleigh line. The transitions corresponding to delta J to 0, they will give the Rayleigh line. Transitions corresponding to delta J to 0 will give the Rayleigh line. So the delta J is equal to 0 corresponds to Rayleigh line. So the transition corresponding to delta 0 0. Okay. Means Z dash is equal to Z double dash, then difference of rotational quantum is 0. That will give a Rayleigh line that corresponds to Rayleigh line. Okay. The transitions. Second, the transitions. The transitions from J to J plus 2. J to J plus 2 means delta J is equal to plus 2, right? Gives Stokes rotational line. Gives Stokes rotational lines. See, I have shown one transition here. I have shown the transition of the molecule from the lowest rotational level J is equal to 0 to the upper rotational level J is equal to. When molecule makes a rotational transition from the lowest rotational level J is equal to 0 to upper rotational level J is equal to, what is the difference of rotational quantum number? 2 minus 0, that is plus 2. So this transition from J is equal to 0 to J is equal to, or from J to J plus 2, delta J is plus 2, it gives Stokes line. So this will give the Stokes line. This will give the Stokes line. And number 3, write the transitions. Write the transitions from J plus 2, from J plus 2 to J, means the value of delta J will be minus 2. The transitions from J plus 2 to J, value of delta J minus 2 gives anti-Stokes, gives anti-Stokes Raman lines. Okay, so I have mentioned this, that the transitions corresponding to delta J to 0 will give Rayleigh line. The transitions from the lower rotational level J to upper rotational level J plus 2, from 0 to 2, the difference of quantum of delta J is 2 plus 2, that transition will give the Stokes rotational line. Okay, the transitions of the molecule from the lowest rotational level J to the upper rotational level J plus 2. As for example, the transition of the rotational transition of the molecule from the lowest rotational level 0 to the upper rotational level 0 2. What is the difference of rotational quantum number? 2 minus 0, that is plus 2. That will give the rotational Stokes lines. And the transitions correspond from upper rotational level J plus 2 to the lower rotational level J, from level J02 to J00. What is the difference of rotational quantum number? Minus 2. That will give the anti-Stokes line. So transitions corresponding to delta U0 is the Rayleigh line. Transitions from lower rotational level J to upper rotational level J plus 2 means delta 0 plus 2 will give the Stokes rotational line. And transitions from upper rotational level J plus 2 to the lower rotational level J, delta 0 minus 2 will give the anti-Stokes Raman line. Okay, so now we will obtain the wave number of these rotational Raman lines. We will obtain the wave number of these rotational Raman lines and then show the transitions. This is the lowest rotational level, J double dash is equal to J. And this is the upper level, J dash is equal to J plus 2. Let us consider two rotational levels. Let us consider two rotational levels. The lowest rotational level, J double dash, I denote by the rotational quantum number J. The lowest rotational level, J double dash, I denote by the rotational quantum number J. Suppose this level is 0th level, okay, and then I denote the upper rotational level J dash by J plus 2, 0 plus 2, that is the level number 2. Okay. So let us consider two rotational level. The lowest rotational level, J double dash, okay, is denoted by J or 0, and the upper rotational level J dash is J plus 2 or 2, right? The term value for the upper level J plus 2 will be Fj plus 2. and term value of the lowest rotational level j will be fj. I think you must be knowing. I think you must be knowing the rotational term value, okay, which we have studied in the rotational spectra. Okay, the rotational term value is bj j plus 1. bj j plus. Please remember the rotational term value or rotational wave number fj. The rotational term value, rotational wave number fj is denoted by bj j plus 1. Now, what is b is for? B is the rotational constant of the molecule and j is the lowest rotational quantum number. Okay. So can you tell me what will be the rotational term value or rotational wave number for the upper level j plus 2? Okay. For that you have to replace this j by j plus 2. So b I write as it is. I replace this j by j plus 2. Here also I replace j by j plus 2 plus 1 will be j plus 3. Okay. So I have shown two rotational levels. This is the lowest rotational level j double dash, which I denote by j or 0. This is the upper rotational level j dash, which I denote by j plus 2 or 2. The rotational term value or wave number for the lowest rotational level j fj is given by b j j plus 1. B is the rotational constant, j is the rotational quantum number of the lowest. And the rotational term value or rotational wave number of the upper rotational state j plus 2 will be fj plus 2 is obtained by replacing j by j plus 2. So b j is replaced by j plus 2. If you replace j by j plus 2 plus 1 will be j plus 3. So now I will obtain the wave number of rotational line. And when molecule makes a transition, between these two levels, when molecule makes a transition between these two levels, you will get a rotational Raman lines. Okay, so I have shown you two rotational levels. Okay, the lowest rotational level j double dash, the lowest rotational level j double dash is denoted by j. It is suppose it is 0th level. Okay, in which the rotational term value fj is bjj plus 1. The upper rotational level j dash is j double dash plus 2, 0 plus 2, that is the second level, in which the rotational wave number rotational term value of j plus 2 will be j is replaced by j plus 2. Here it will replace j by j plus 2 plus 1 will be j plus 3. So now when molecule makes a transition between these two rotational levels j to j plus 2, okay, it will give the rotational Raman lines. Okay, so when molecule makes a transition between rotational level j and j plus 2, you will get the rotational Raman lines. So wave number of the rotational Raman lines are given by the wave number of rotational Raman lines, wave number of rotational Raman lines, okay, wave number of rotational Raman lines which is appearing on right side and left side of the rail line. The wave number of the rotational Raman lines appearing on both sides of the rail line, right side and left side of the rail line, is given by mu Raman. It is the wave number of rotational line, so I write for the wave number of vibrational line I mentioned nu here. What is nu? Okay, that is the wave number of vibrational Raman lines, and here I am writing the wave number of rotational Raman lines as nu Raman rotational is equal to nu plus or minus nu plus or minus, okay, the difference of rotational term value. What is the rotational term value of the upper set j plus 2? It is fj plus 2, fj plus 2 minus the rotational wave number of the lowest level. Rotational wave number lowest level is Fj. Is Fj. Right? So let us calculate the wave number of rotational Raman lines appearing on both sides, right side and left side of the relay line, is given by new rotational Raman line is equal to nu. But actually, what is nu? Nu is the wave number of relay line plus difference of rotational term values of upper state and lower state. So what is the rotational term value of the level j plus 2? Fj plus 2 minus rotational term value of the lower rotational level j is Fj. So using this equation, you can calculate the wave number of rotational Raman lines appearing on both sides of the relay line. So it is equal to nu plus or minus. What is the rotational term value of the upper vibrational state, upper rotational state j plus 2? Because we have considered two rotational state. J is the lower rotational state and j plus 2 is the upper rotational state. What is the wave number? Rotational term value of the upper state j plus 2? It is b j plus 2 minus. What is the wave number? What is the wave number of the lowest vibrational state j? It is Fj. Wave number or rotational term value of the lowest vibrational state j is Fj. That is Bj j plus 1 minus Bj j plus 1. Okay. In case of rotational spectra, vibrational spectra, we have studied that the difference of rotational term value or vibrational term value always gives the wave number of the lines. The difference of rotational wave numbers or rotational term values Fj plus 2 minus Fj always gives the wave number of rotational lines that we have studied in rotational spectra and vibrational spectra. Okay, so from this, the wave number of the rotational Raman lines is given by nu plus or minus, I think b outside the bracket, common factor. Okay, this is the product of j plus 2 and j plus 3. It is the product of j plus 2 and j plus 3. You will get j square plus 2j, j square plus 2j plus 3j will be 5j plus 6 minus j into j plus 1, so minus j square b I have taken common. So wave number of the rotational Raman line is nu plus or minus b. J plus 2j plus 3 will be j into j will be j square plus 2j plus 3j will be 5j plus 2 into 3 will be 6 minus j into j will be j square, j into 1 will be j. Okay, so your answer will be nu plus or minus b. Yes, see, this is 5j this 5j minus j will be 4j, so b into, yes, see, this j square minus j square is cancelled out, j square minus j square is cancelled out, 5j minus j will be 4j plus 6 plus 6. Right, so nu plus or minus b, j square minus j square is cancelled, 5j minus j will be 4j plus 6. Therefore, the wave number of the rotational Raman lines, the final equation for the wave number of rotational lines is nu plus or minus 4b, or I have taken outside the bracket, so j plus 3 by 2. So this equation gives the wave number of the rotational Raman lines. This equation gives the wave number of rotational Raman lines. So wave number of the rotational Raman lines appearing on both sides of the relay line is given by nu plus or minus 4b, j plus 3 by 2. Where what is nu? What is this nu? This nu is the wave number of relay line, right? So I mentioned that also nu is the wave number corresponding to relay line. Wave number corresponding to relay line or exciting. So what is new? New is the wave number corresponding to relay line or exciting line. And what is this B? What is this B? B is the rotational constant of molecule. Is the rotational constant of molecule. And what is this J? J is the lower rotational quantum number. Is the lower rotational. So I have mentioned. Okay, so this new, yes, left hand side new Raman. R is the wave number of rotational Raman lines appearing on both sides of the relay line. Nu is the, on the right hand side, nu is the wave number of relay line or exciting line. On the right hand side, nu is the wave number of relay line or exciting line. This B is the rotational constant of the molecule, and J is the lower rotational quantum. The transition is taking from place from 0 to 2 or 2 to 0. What is the lower quantum number? 0. Then you have to consider 0, not 2. When molecules makes a transition from 0 to 2, lower quantum number is 0. You have to consider 0. So J is the lowest rotational quantum number. Now we will show the transitions. This equation gives the wave number. This equation gives the wave number of the rotational Raman lines. The wave number of the rotational Raman lines is given by nu plus or minus 4b j plus 3 by 2. Okay. Where nu, as I told you, that nu is the wave number of relay line, nu is the wave number of relay line, B is the rotational constant of the molecule, and J is the lowest rotational quantum number. Lowest rotational quantum number. Okay. So I will show you the transitions and the rotational lines, so you can understand. So I have shown different rotational levels. I have shown different rotational level. So this is the lowest rotational level. This is the lowest rotational level for which rotational quantum number J is 0. This is the upper rotational quantum level for which J is equal to 1. This is the rotational level for which J is equal to 2, J is equal to 3, J is equal to 4, and this is the level for which J is equal to 5. Okay. So I have shown 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rotational level. This is the lowest rotational level. This is the lowest rotational level for which the rotational quantum number J is 0. This is the lowest rotational level for which J is equal to 0. This is the upper rotational level for which the rotational quantum number J is 1. For this level J is 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay. Now, see, suppose this is the relay line. I show the relay line. This is the Rayleigh line. Wave number is nu, right? Rayleigh line is corresponding to delta J is equal to 0. The transition corresponding to delta J is equal to 0 for which the quantum number J dash and J double dash are same. Okay? The transition corresponding to J dash and J double dash, so delta J to 0 will give a Rayleigh line at wave number nu. Okay. Now, see, there are two types of selection that we have seen. Okay. Delta J is equal to plus 2. Means you consider the transition from J to J plus 2. Okay. And on this side, on that side, we will consider the selection rule delta J is equal to minus 2. We will consider transition from J plus 2 to J. Right? But this is the selection rule. Delta J plus 2 transitions are possible. From J to J plus 2 means delta J plus 2 transitions are possible. And J plus 2 to J means delta J minus 2 transitions are possible. Right? Okay. So I consider the first transition from 0 to 2. 0 to 2. When molecule makes a transition from lowest rotational level 0 to 2, what is the difference of quantum number delta J? 2 minus 0, that is plus 1. So we will get the first rotational line on the left hand side of the Rayleigh line. We will get the first rotational line on the left hand side of the Rayleigh line. What is the wave number of this rotational line? What is the wave number of this rotational line? For this rotational line, what is the lowest quantum number? 0. If you put J is equal to 0 in this equation, okay, so I have considered one transitions. Okay, see, I have shown you a Rayleigh line which corresponds to J dash is equal to J double dash or delta J is 0. Okay, transition corresponds to Rayleigh line is corresponding to the delta J is equal to 0 or J dash is J double dash. Then delta J is equal to 0 corresponds to Rayleigh line, which wave number is 0. Then I consider the transition of molecule from lowest rotational level 0 to the upper rotational level 2. When molecule makes a transition from lowest rotational level 0 to upper rotational level 2, what is the difference of rotational quantum number? 2 minus 0, that is plus 2, delta plus 2. So that will give the rotational line on the left hand side of the Rayleigh line. What is the wave number of this line? To find the wave number of this line, mu is equal to mu plus or minus 4b. What is the lowest quantum number? Molecule makes a transition from 0 to 2. So what is the lowest quantum number? J, 0. So I have to put J is equal to 0. 0 plus 3 by 2. 0 plus 3 by 2. So wave number of this line will be mu minus 6b. Because 4b into 3 will be 12b, upon 2 will be 6b. So wave number of this line will be nu minus 6b. Nu minus 6b. Why have written minus? Because left hand side the wave number is decreasing, right hand side the wave number will increase. Okay. Then next, when molecule makes a transition from level 1 to 3, from level 1 to 3, when molecule makes a transition from level 1 to 3, okay, again the difference of rotational quantum will be 3 minus 1 will be plus 2. That will give the another rotational line. What is the wave number of this rotational line? For that, what is the molecule is making a transition from level 1 to 3. So that the difference of rotational quantum number will be 3 minus 1, that is plus 2. What is the wave number of this line? For the wave number of this line will be mu plus or minus 4b. See, what is the lowest rotational quantum number? 1. So instead of 0, if I put 1 here, 1 plus 3 by 2. 1 plus 3 by 2. So answer will be mu plus or minus 4b. Molecule is making a transition from rotational level 1 to the lowest rotational level 1 to upper level 3. So lowest quantum number is 1. So wave number of rotational line obtained to the transition from 1 to 3 is mu plus or minus 4b, 1 plus 3 by 2, right? So this is 1 plus 3 by 2 will be 5 by 2. So 5 into 4 will be 20b by 2 means 10b. 10. So wave number of this line will be mu minus 10b. Mu minus 10. Mu minus 10. Next, when molecule makes a transition from level 2 to 4, level 2 to 4. Again, the difference of quantum number will be 4 minus 2 will be plus 1. So this is the transition from rotational level 2 to rotational level 4. So difference of rotational quantum level 4 minus 2 will be plus 2. And you get the third rotational line on the left hand side of the Rayleigh line. Okay. Now we calculate the wave number of this rotational line. Calculate the wave number of this rotational line. So what is the wave number of this rotational line? The wave number of this rotational line is nu plus or minus rho b. Okay. Molecule is making a transition from rotational level 2 to rotational level 4. When molecule makes a transition from rotational level j is equal to 2 to j is equal to 4, the difference of rotational quantum number will be 4 minus 2 plus 2, and lowest rotational quantum number is 2. So I put j is equal to 2 plus 3 by 2. 2 plus 3 by 2. So I get mu plus or minus 12 into 4. 48b by 2 means that will be 12b. That will be 12b. Sorry, 14b. See, once again I repeat. What is the lowest rotational quantum number for a transition 2 to 4? The lowest quantum number is 2. So the rotational line obtained with the transition from 2 to 4 will be nu plus or minus 2 plus 3 by 2. So 2 into 2, 4 into 3. 4 plus 3. 7. 7 into 4. 28b by 2, that is 14b. So wave number of this line will be minus 14b. Similarly, so these lines, these rotational lines are called anti-Stokes rotational lines. These rotational lines, whose wave number is nu minus 6b, nu minus 10b, nu minus 14b, are called anti-Stokes. They are called anti-Stokes. Sorry, these lines are known as Stokes lines because the wave number is less than the wave number of Rayleigh line. I'm sorry. These lines are known as Stokes rotational Raman lines. So Stokes rotational Raman lines are obtained on the left hand side, on the lower wave number side of the Rayleigh line. The first Stokes rotational line is obtained due to the transition from 0 to 2. Its wave number is mu minus 6b. The second Stokes rotational line is obtained due to the transition of the molecule from 1 to 3. Its wave number is mu minus 10b. And third Stokes rotational line is obtained due to the transition from level 2 to 4, and its wave number is mu minus 14. Okay. So you can see here that the wave number spacing, initially here the wave number spacing is mu minus 6b minus 6b. See. Then mu minus 10b minus mu minus 6b, the spacing will be 4b. Mu minus 14b minus 10b spacing will be 4b. So initial spacing is 6b. Then the spacing is constant, that is 4b. Now what happens on this side? So we got Stokes line on left hand side, lower wave number sides of the Rayleigh line. Okay, now on the right hand side we get the anti-Stokes rotational lines. Here we get anti-Stokes rotational Raman lines. Please take care that the Stokes rotational lines are obtained due to the transition from J to J plus 2, from lower level to upper level, and anti-Stokes rotational Raman lines are obtained due to the transition of the molecule from upper level J plus 2 to lower level J, so that delta J is minus 2. So Stokes rotational lines are obtained due to the transition of molecule from the lower level J to J plus 2, delta J is plus 2, you get Stokes rotational Raman lines. And anti-Stokes rotational Raman lines are obtained due to the transition of the molecule from upper level J plus 2 to lower level J, so that delta J becomes minus J, minus 2. So first line is obtained from transition 2 to 0. What is the lowest when molecule makes a transition from upper level 2 to lower level 0, it will give the anti-Stokes rotational Raman line. Okay, the lower quantum number is 0. If you put J is 0 here, the wave number of this anti-Stokes Raman line will be nu minus plus 60. Nu plus 60. Okay, so here delta G is minus. It means that when molecule makes a rotational transition from rotational level 0 to 2, delta G plus 2, you will get the first Stokes rotational line. And when molecule makes a transition from rotational level 2 to lower level 0, okay, you will get the first anti-Stokes Raman line. So when molecule makes a rotational transition from rotational level 0 to rotational level 2, you will get the first Stokes rotational Raman line. Its real number is mu minus 60. And when molecule makes a transition from upper rotational level 2 to lower rotational level 0, so that delta G is minus 2, you get the first anti-Stokes rotational line. Its real number is mu plus 60. If you put J is equal to 0 here, you will get mu plus 60. Similarly, second rotational line is obtained from transition 3 to 2. 3 to 1. The molecule makes a transition from rotational level J is equal to 3 to J is equal to 1. Again, the difference of rotational quantum number will be minus 1. You will get the second rotational anti-Stokes rotational line. Right? So when molecule makes a transition from upper rotational level 3 to lower rotational level 1, so the delta G is minus 2. You will get the second rotational line. What is the rotational? Yes, the molecule makes a transition from rotational number 3 to 1. What is the lower rotational number? 1. If you put J is equal to 1 here, you will get the wave number of the second anti-Stokes rotational line, that comes mu minus 10. Sorry, mu plus 10. Mu plus 10. And similarly, so more rotational line anti-Stokes line from level 4 to 2. 4 to 2. When molecule makes a transition to level 4 to 2, I get the third anti-Stokes rotational line. Third anti-Stokes rotational line, whose wave number will be mu plus. If I put J is equal to 2 here, its wave number will be mu plus 14. You can see here, what is the, yes, so the lower wave number side, we are getting Stokes rotational line. On the lower wave number side, mu minus 6b, mu minus 10b, mu minus 10b, we are getting Stokes rotational lines. On the higher wave number side, mu plus 6b, mu plus 10b, mu plus 14b, we are getting anti-Stokes rotational line. The Stokes rotational line are obtained from the due to the transition of the molecule from lower level J to upper level J plus 2, so the delta J will be plus 2. And anti-Stokes rotational lines are obtained due to the transition of the molecule from upper level J plus 2 to lower level J, so that delta J will be minus 2. Okay. This is called the rotational shift. So now we will write the property of this. See, initially the spacing between lines is 6b, but then mu plus 6b, what is the difference? 4b. Mu plus 14b minus mu minus 10 will be 4b. So starting at a spacing 6b, the spacing between rotational lines is constant. Okay. See, we have studied in case of rotational spectra that rotational lines are equidistant. The molecule behaves as a pure rigid rotator. If the molecule behaves as a pure rigid rotator, the rotational lines are equidistant. Similarly, here also we get the rotational Raman lines are also equidistant on both sides of the Rayleigh line, right? So we mentioned that. This term is called, the second term is called 4bj plus 3 by 2. What is 4bj plus 2? That is rotational Raman shift. It is called rotational Raman shift. Means rotational Raman lines are obtained, rotational, the term 4bj plus 3 by 2, 4bj plus 3 by 2 is called the rotational Raman shift. Means rotational Raman lines, anti-Stokes rotational lines on higher wave number side and Stokes rotational line on lower wave number side are obtained at a shift 4bj plus 3 by 2 from the Rayleigh line. From the Rayleigh line, anti-Stokes Raman lines and Stokes Raman lines are obtained Okay, at a distance 4bj plus 3 by 2. So 4bj plus 3 by 2 is the rotational Raman strip at which the anti-Stokes Raman lines and Stokes Raman lines are obtained from the Rayleigh line. Okay. So now we will write down the property of this. Thus so I have discussed you. This is the rotational Raman spectra. This is the rotational Raman spectra. So the pure rotational Raman spectra is expected to consist thus pure rotational Raman spectra is expected to consist a series of equidistant lines on either side of exciting line or Rayleigh line. So I mentioned here that the pure rotational Raman spectra is expected to consist a rotational Raman lines. Anti-Stokes Raman rotational Raman lines obtained at wave b plus 6b, b plus 10b, b plus 14b, and Stokes rotational Raman line are obtained at wave b minus 6b, b minus 10b, b minus 14b. So pure rotational Raman spectra is expected to consist a series of equidistant rotational lines on either side of the Rayleigh line or exciting. Okay, but the first distance is 6b, then the distance for b is constant. Second, starting at a distance of 6b, starting at a distance of 6b, starting at a distance of 6b, having a separation of 4b between two successive rotational lines. Between two successive rotational Raman lines. Okay, so you can see from the diagram that the wave number of the first anti-Stokes rotational line is b plus 6b, wave number of the second rotational line is b plus 10b, wave number of the third anti-Stokes rotational line is b plus 14b. Similarly on this side, wave number of the first Stokes line is b minus 6b, second Stokes line is b minus 10b, b minus 14b. So the first separation is 6b. So starting at a distance of 6b, okay, the separation between consecutive or successive rotational line is constant, that is 4b. So I mentioned that starting at a distance of 6b, the rotational line having a constant separation 4b between the successive rotational lines, and this separation 4b is double. To study your rotational spectra, remember your rotational spectra, not Raman spectra but pure rotational spectra, the separation between the rotational line was 2b, right? Pure rotational spectra, the separation between rotational line was 4b, but here it is 4b. So this separation is double than the separation of the rotational line which was obtained in the pure rotational spectra. So that important point to also mention. The line separation 4b is twice line separation, rotational line separation in the pure rotational spectra is 2b, but here in a rotational Raman spectra it is 4b. So line separation 4b, line separation, yes, rotational line separation 4b is twice as great, is twice Because in case of pure rotational spectra, the rotational line separation was 2b. But here, in case of rotational Raman spectra, the separation between rotational line is not 2b, but it's double, 4b. So, the rotational line separation 4b is twice as great, it's twice as great as that. Twice as great as that in the far infrared spectra. Far infrared spectra of the same molecule. The molecule is same. The same molecule and study the pure rotational spectra. Pure rotational spectra which falls in far infrared radiation. So you take the same molecule and study the pure rotational spectra of that molecule in the far infrared region. The separation between rotational line is 2b. But if you study the rotational Raman spectra of the same molecule, the separation between rotational line is double. It is 4b. 4b. Okay. So you can say that the separation between rotational Raman lines is double, 4b, than the separation between the rotational lines of far infrared or pure rotational spectra. Now, the application of Raman spectra, Raman spectra and molecular structure. With the help of Raman spectra, you can study the shape and symmetry of the molecule. With the help of Raman spectra, you can study the shape and symmetry of the molecule. So Raman effect. So I mentioned some important points. With the help of Raman spectra, you can study the structure of the molecule. You can study the shape and symmetry of the molecule. So the vibrational and rotational Raman spectra, the vibrational and rotational Raman spectra, vibrational and rotational Raman spectra enables us to determine number one, force constant K, and bond length R, internuclear distance bond length R, respectively. The vibrational and rotational Raman spectra enables us to find out the force constant and bond length R respectively of those molecules which have no permanent dipole moment. Which have no permanent dipole moment. As you know, in case of the molecules which have no permanent dipole moment, they do not give rotational spectra, rotational spectra and vibrational spectra, but they give Raman spectra. The molecules which do not possess the permanent dipole moment, they will not give the rotational spectra and vibrational spectra, but they give the Raman spectra. So from the study of vibrational Raman spectra and rotational Raman spectra, we can find out, we can determine from the study of vibrational Raman spectra and rotational Raman spectra enables us to determine the force constant K, and bond length, the internuclear distance between two atoms of the molecule, okay, which do not possess the permanent dipole moment. Second, in polyatomic molecules, Raman spectra and infrared spectra. Data gives information regarding shape, means the molecule is linear or bent. The shape of the molecule may be linear or bent. Okay, that can be determined from the study of Raman spectra. So in polyatomic molecules, this is a subject of research. The polyatomic molecules, the Raman spectra and infrared spectra data will give the information regarding the shape and symmetry of the molecule. Shape and symmetry of molecules. So, the molecule is linear or bent, okay, that can be determined by study of from the study of Raman spectra. So, the vibrational and rotational Raman spectra enables us to determine, to calculate the force constant K and the internuclear distance or bond length R of those molecules which do not possess the dipole moment. In polyatomic molecules, the study of Raman spectra and infrared spectra data gives the shape, whether the shape of the molecule is linear or bent, and it also determines the symmetry of molecules. So in polyatomic molecules, the Raman spectra and infrared spectra gives the information regarding the shape of the molecule and symmetry of the molecule. We stop here. Okay, we have left only one article in this Raman spectra, that is the similarity and differences between infrared spectra and Raman spectra. So I will give you one exercise. Try to understand the similarity and differences between infrared spectrum and Raman spectra that we will discuss in the last lecture. Thank you so much. We stop here. Thank you so much.